Hello everyone, welcome back to HTML lesson number 6. Today we'll be diving in deeper about headings. Our goal for today's lesson is learning how to be more flexible with your headings and sort of get a grasp on how and why headings are so important. Okay, let's tackle first question. Why are they important? So, as you know, browsers and search engines do automatically sort of index and figure out the structure of your website, right? So they know, where to put your website, what's inside of your website, and SEO and all of that. So, and headings make it easier for browsers like Google or Firefox to handle your website. And you really do want them to handle it properly because, as we know, most of the handling is done by the computer. It's not done manually. And the second part is that it's easier for the users. It makes for great UI because the user usually skim your content, right? And they get interested just by the heading. A lot of people don't have time to be looking through everything. Next up, I've introduced to you heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3, right? But we actually also have heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. This is in the order of importance, right? So H1 is the most important, so it would be the biggest size. And then you have heading 2, which is less important, a bit smaller. Heading 3, less important, a bit smaller. And it just go down, right? And I do want to mention something is that browsers also add some spaces before and after headings by default. And that's basically margin. It adds margin into your headings. So if you put a style that increases a margin of your heading in your HTML file, that will be added to the default margin that browsers put on the headings. Okay, now we know that headings themselves have default sizes. What if you don't want the size? You don't want the default size. You want to make it a little bigger or a little smaller, right? You can always use style. So I just want to make a quick mention that the style is evoking CSS. If you're going to code quite a large website, with thousands and thousands of lines, it's not really recommended to have such a large section of style in the HTML tag. This is usually just when you want, a little bit of decoration. But if you want something extensive, you really need a separate CSS file to handle all of that for you, because it really does make navigation way easier. But then again, this is not completely useless because it sacrifices a bit of navigation for the sake of quick performance, quick coding. All right, you can do with style, font size 100 pixels, and then at the heading, and then close the tag. That's it. All right, let's do a quick demonstration. Let's go back to Visual Studio Code and let's add a font size, right? Let's add a heading and then a font size. I'm gonna go with H2 this time. Heading 2, style, font size 100 pixel. Control S to save. Go back to your website. Boom. There we go. Okay. Now you can adjust it to see how it changes. 70. Right? Let's make it 10. All right. Thank you for being with me here today. Remember to like and subscribe and learn today better tomorrow. Goodbye.